Dustin.
I'm Molly.
And this is...
Reviews for Humans.
Being Human.
Being Human.
Yay.
Sing song.
Hooray. So, tonight we open with Sally sleeping, and she freaks out because she woke up and there was that crazy
She starts
war
turning
dream.
on the lights and she's so scared.
She's scared, but nobody's home to help her.
No, because they are busy.
Because Josh is out in the woods, turned into a werewolf, and he wakes up and he's been shot in the arm and there's a gun there, but nobody that shot him is there. Nora wakes up in a pile of leaves.
She wakes up in a pile, like inside the leaves,
Yeah.
like a dog.
Yeah.
And she feels terrible and she's scared.
Yeah.
And she's shivering.
We get to see Nora go through.
And Josh looks at her like this.
Oh, later. He looks at her like that later. And Aiden is carrying the desiccated corpse.
Yes!
Of
How amazing was that?
It's good makeup. It was some good
Surin,
makeup.
the daughter. Oh
Looked
man, she was just
she
like
nasty.
that was awesome.
Sally starts hanging out with teenage ghosts.
Yeah.
And yeah,
those are the friends she picks out.
Yeah, because there's
I
no one
can
her
relate.
age. No one her age to hang out with. Anyway, so she starts hanging out with the.
I bet you next week she brings home a bunch of drag queens.
That would be awesome. Every week, Sally comes home with a new group of ghost friends. So they take her to a party, to a keg party, and they teach her how to possess people. And Suicide Stevie is not having it.
He's like,
he is not happy about
once
it.
you start down that path,
It becomes dangerous. And so
she jumps in and
starts eating chips.
We get to see Sally in a sundress.
And she loves herself some 7-layer dip.
The dip, and she's crying, and Megan Rath is just
it's hilarious.
She steals this episode.
And then one of the other ghost boys like tries to rape her.
I mean, she wasn't in her body, but he's a ghost raper. And so Suicide Stevie has to come in and he pushes them out of their bodies. And they're like ghost fighting,
and then
he puts his hands on the ghost ghost whatever, and then he makes him just disappear.
And so
he ghost murdered him.
He ghost killed him because of the ghost. We
don't know.
We'll see what happens later. Aiden is having.
We're very wiggly tonight.
We're all like. Anyway, Aiden is having to deal with what's her name? Surin.
Played by Ditchin Lockman.
Who was on the Dollhouse. So she's like, we need to find. Aiden's like trying to get her to do stuff, and she's like wandering around talking about past and
she
things.
talks real slow, and she's super skinny, and she's real exotic looking.
Yeah.
And she's so mysterious.
Yeah. So they're having some difficulties because Aiden wants things to happen, and Surin wants to like seduce lady cops, and they bring home. Surin brings home this really cute cop who I think thinks that she's in for some really kinky sex, but Surin wants to turn her into a vampire so that she can be their contact in the police force, and Aiden is not having it, and they fight about it the whole episode, and finally Surin turns her. So that's what happens with Aiden. Meanwhile, Josh and Nora's having some
my gosh,
problems.
Josh brings Nora home that morning, and Sally runs the door, and she's so excited to talk to them, and
to Josh, because she doesn't know.
Yeah, and then Nora looks at her and says, I had no idea you were so beautiful. And Nora's just not. Yeah. She's not taking it well. And they go, and Josh talks Nora into going to this party for pre-meds because he wants to go back to med school.
And they get drunk.
And she gets drunk, and she goes to the party, and
she poops it.
She poops it big time. She kind of embarrasses him, talks about the miscarriage and stuff in front of everybody.
Waking up with a squirrel in her mouth.
That's bad. And so she's not handling it well at all. And later on, she goes back to the house and she's sitting on the couch talking to Sally. And it turns out that she remembers
what she did as
what
a wolf.
she did as a wolf.
It wasn't,
Josh can't do.
I wasn't clear because Josh asks her earlier if she remembers, and she says no. And I kind of believed her, so I'm not 100% if that was a memory that she remembered at that moment when she was talking to Sally.
No, I think she knew. She remembers killing Hegerman.
Yes. Dutch. Josh decides he's not going to go back to med school, and Nora doesn't want him to not go back to med school, so they have a little thing about that. And
they're always,
it's some drama. It's some relationship
drama. She's kind of hilarious
drama.
when she tries to go back to work. She's like, "Can I have a mocha? I'm a dog now. Dogs can't have chocolate."
Now it's time for
our scene of the week.
Yay!
A party. I woke up and leaves, and there was a squirrel in my mouth, and my baby died. Did you guys know my baby died?
Okay, Drunky, it's time to go.
That was great. Thank you for joining us. We will be back for our recap of Vampire Diaries.
Nobody cares about that.
Later in the week.
So wiggly.
And please to watch our show and follow us on Twitter and to do all those good things.
Go to our Facebook and like us, because only like 4 people do. And
they're all our friends. It's a little sad.
They're all Dustin's friends.
See you next time.
Bye.
Rah, 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 rah.